you? Is there a benchmark? Is it fine? How many children can be raped and it's fine if you're in relation to the immigration community?
If we're going to talk about children being raped, then we need to hold this pedophile president, Donald Trump, accountable, and all those that have been implicated by the Epstein files that the Department of Justice is still not leaking. They've sent AIPAC after Thomas Massey for having the temerity to hold
Larkin,
accountable the pedophiles that are in control of our government.
Thank you. We appreciate your time very much.
Damn, that dude was cooked. Well done. Extra crispy. Just leave his ass in the fryer for 10 minutes. That's what I want from people in the Democratic Party. Push back on that crap. He's completely right. And did you see the host? We have to go to commercial. Can we? Hold on. Maybe next time. Stop talking. Don't say anything bad about the orange man. He's given me all my ratings to my white trash base. If every Democrat did this, I would still be registered as a Democrat. I believe in the Democratic policies: universal health care, gun reform, a living wage, taxing the shit out of rich people. But the party doesn't fight for the people. They fight for power and to stay in power. That's why I say they are two birds, two wings of the same bird, two sides of the same coin. When Donald Trump ran, how many Democrats pushed back when he said people are coming home a different gender? Give me the names of 50 kids that came home a different gender. None of them said it. Hey, piece of shit Charlie Kirk, you white supremacist. Give me the names of 50 pilots that aren't qualified as a black people. They didn't do it. Hey, fat ass in the White House. Give me the names of 50 schools that teach CRT. And they didn't do it. And you know what happens when you don't push back? You let the squeaky wheel get attention unless you put oil on it. And that's what the Democrats have done. It's no different than the 3 officers that watched George Floyd get murdered and they let it happen. That's what the Democrats do. And the Democrats say, well, there's no blood on my hands. You're right, there's not. You should try to stop it, and you're not. This dude gets it. Larkin, I think he's running out of Florida at a congressional seat. This is what I want. Why is this so hard for the Democrats to find a pair of balls and a backbone amongst all of them? I'm sick and tired of Hakeem Jeffries, the working class, the middle class, the working class. Hey, Netanyahu, can I have a couple $100,000? I'm due for renewal. Because they're not fighting for us. And this is why people are sick and tired of the system and so many people didn't vote. Now, are they responsible for Trump getting elected? 100% if they didn't vote. But I also understand why they don't think the system works for them. They're completely valid, and I think it's screwed up too. But you still have to vote because you can't bitch about stuff if you didn't at least participate in the process. You got the Senate race in Minnesota right now, okay? As an example of the reason that we're being screwed. Said, I think is his name, is running against another Democrat. She's taken $30 million. $30 million, okay? How is he going to compete with that if he's not taking money from corporations? And the moment, let's say she wins, okay? I don't know who's going to win. Let's say she wins. Who do you think she's going to be beholden to? The people, you and I? Or the people that gave her money? That's right, they're not donations. They're buying a membership to her Senate seat. And she's going to give them more attention than you and me. And then next election, guess what's going to happen? Somebody might be more qualified, but she's going to raise more money and more money and more money. And that's what's happening. Is that we're all being played. And it's gross. And the thing that I heard that really stood out. Now, let me preface this by saying Derek Swalwell is a piece of shit. Okay? He is. What he did to women is disgusting. May he rot in hell next to Jeffrey Epstein. But I had interviewed him, I think, a year and a half or 2 years ago about a general strike because I really think that us using our political power to stop what's happening is the only way because the Democrats aren't fighting for us. I really believe that. And I think most people do. And he said the Democrats would be willing to support that if it registers voters and it helps the Democrats win. And that's the problem. And the moment I heard that, I knew that the Democrats actually weren't interested in stopping fascism. Because they're more interested about staying in power than doing what this guy did on this interview. That's the problem with our system as a rule of thumb. They don't give a shit about us. Once they get in there, they never leave. Look at the Senate and the Congress. More the Senate. These people have been in here since I was in fucking high school. Because they get more money and more money and more money and more money, and change never happens. And we don't get people that actually want to change this country like the guy that was on this panel. He absolutely torched this guy. Owned him. He'll probably never have him on again because he wants to push this narrative. But this is what I want from a political party. And I think this is why the Democrats have a low approval rating. Based on the economy, based on the war, based on inflation, based on the cost of goods, the Democrats should be up by 40 points. They're up by 11, I think. 11. That's it. I mean, the country's literally going down the garbage disposal, and it's an 11 point because people don't believe the Democrats are any better. And I don't necessarily disagree. I believe they are two wings on the same bird, two sides of the same coin. They just do it in a nicer way. You want to change this country, this is the direction that we have to go. You have to get rid of people that are more loyal to the Democratic Party instead of the voters that put them in there. That is what's wrong with our country. And congratulations to you, sir, for absolutely cooking that dumbass on Fox News. Have a good day.